Hi, today we are going to be going over best practices for setting up a food scraps recycling program at your office or retail business. This training is brought to you by the city's Green Oceanside team and Waste Management in an effort to assist you in successfully keeping food scraps and recyclables out of your landfill. All businesses produce food scraps and other organic materials in some form, either from employee lunches, break rooms, customers, or other business activities. Additionally, businesses also produce recyclable materials, whether it be paper, rigid plastic, cardboard, or even glass or aluminum. By separating food scraps and commingled recyclable materials into the proper recycling receptacle, you will be able to effectively reduce your landfill disposal. During this video, we'll be providing an overview of the Oceanside Food Scrap Recycling Program and how Oceanside's zero waste programs can help you right-size and downsize to best meet your service needs. Additionally, we'll provide instruction on how to set up and maintain a successful recycling program and let you know what support and resources are available to help your business. There are many benefits to participating in the Food Scrap Recycling Program. By reviewing your current waste stream and service level, it may be possible to reduce your monthly landfill service. Oceanside's rates are designed to make food scraps and recycling service less expensive than landfill service. So, separating these materials into the appropriate bin can result in cost savings. Additionally, many businesses will be able to right-size or downsize their service levels to ensure they are not overpaying. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, your service needs may have changed, and some businesses now produce less waste. Now is a better time than ever to make sure you're not oversubscribed by reassessing your service level needs. Let's watch and see how right-sizing works.
Let's assume you have a 4-yard bin emptied 2 times each week. It's only slightly over half full each time the truck comes to dump it because you don't want your bins overflowing. This service costs you $300.04 each month. Now, let's assume that 50% of what is in your bin is unflattened cardboard boxes, paper, and other recyclable materials. Then you also have 20%, which is food and food-soiled paper. If your business is a restaurant or food service business, this may be as high as 40% or more of your waste stream. Now, let's take those recyclable items and put them into a 3-yard recycle bin and put those food scraps into a 64-gallon cart. And that leaves only enough trash to fill a smaller 3-yard landfill bin 1 time per week. This is right-sizing, and it just saved you $68 each month and $816 over a year.
Food scraps recycling also has important environmental benefits. Landfill food scraps decompose anaerobically, meaning without air. This anaerobic decomposition produces methane gas, which is a greenhouse gas more than 28 times stronger than carbon dioxide. In addition to reducing methane emissions, reducing food scraps in the landfill will save landfill space. Approximately 26% of Oceanside business waste is food, with some businesses producing even greater or double the amount of that. Another benefit of participating in the Food Scraps program is that environmentally conscious customers and employees will notice your efforts. This can result in greater customer and employee satisfaction. In addition to all of the benefits to implementing a food scraps recycling program, these programs are required by state and local mandates. So it is important for your business to participate for compliance reasons. Retail businesses and offices have an important role to play in diverting food scraps and recyclables. A waste composition study of Oceanside found that a majority of waste generated by businesses can be diverted. The study found that about 33% of waste is food scraps or food-soiled paper, while 23% of waste is recyclable. If you're able to separate these materials into the proper bins, your landfill service needs will shrink. In offices and retail businesses, food scraps primarily come from the break room or the warehouse for retail businesses that have expired food items. All collected food scraps are processed at Waste Management's core facility, which processes organics to generate energy, which is used to support wastewater infrastructure. By diverting all the organic material disposed in Oceanside, enough energy can be generated to power the equivalent of 28,000 homes each year. A wide variety of bin sizes are available for recyclables and food scraps, so you can customize your service level exactly as you need it. Food scraps containers are brown, recycle containers are white or blue, and landfill containers are green or gray. If you have concerns regarding space, there is an option for a split recycle and landfill bin or cart options. Service costs are based on bin size and frequency of pickup. Food scraps and recycle service is provided at a lower rate than landfill service. This creates an incentive to recycle and reduce your landfill output. It is important to correctly separate materials into the appropriate bin, as small amounts of contamination can contaminate an entire truckload. In your brown food scraps container, only food scraps and food soil paper are allowed. This includes food scraps, eggshells and bones, coffee grounds, unfinished meals, and compostable paper foodware, such as napkins, paper plates, or to-go foodware, such as food wrappings. Please do not put any yard waste, plastic, or compostable plastic items, foam packaging, or other non-organic material in the food scraps container. In addition to the on-site technical assistance our team members can provide, this program has a number of other resources available for businesses, including free signage, educational materials, and recycling starter kits of all 3 streams available upon request. Next, we're going to review how to set up a successful recycling program. Initially, you need to figure out where waste is generated in your business. The goal is to identify high-volume areas and conveniently place receptacles and signage nearby. Offices will have a large volume of waste generated at desks, particularly recyclable paper and lunch waste. Break rooms will be a hotspot for food scraps and food soil paper at any business, but also will have recyclable beverage containers. Meals brought from home will likely only produce some food scraps, whereas takeout meals will include more food soil paper. Warehouses and storage areas will likely have a high volume of cardboard and recyclable paper, and if food items are being warehoused, then food waste will be generated as well. Public spaces such as lounges or waiting rooms will have a variety of waste types. Cash registers will also have a wide range of waste materials, so it will be important to keep a recycle and trash bin there. Lastly, for industrial businesses such as contractors, you will even see waste being brought on site from drivers. This may potentially be a high volume area for food scraps and recyclables. Often, drivers will not use inside receptacles that have signage and will instead go straight to the outside dumpsters. It is important to inform them of the new program and make sure they know where to place their items. Now, we're going to go over some of the best practices for setting up and maintaining a successful recycling program. When purchasing receptacles, try to color code them and, if possible, match the colors with the outside dumpsters. Landfill dumpsters are green, food scrap receptacles are brown, and recycle receptacles are white and blue. Next, make sure to apply appropriate signage to each receptacle, indicating the materials that are accepted. Use signage that has visuals of what can go into each material stream. When setting up your receptacles, make sure to pair landfill, recycle, and food scraps together. This makes it easier for materials to be separated. If a space only has a landfill bin, it's possible that employees will not want to search for a recycle or food scraps receptacle. You may find that adding a recycle and organics receptacle next to every landfill receptacle is expensive and takes up a lot of space. Instead, consider removing some landfill receptacles that are not necessary and replacing them with centralized waste stations with all 3 material types. The last, and perhaps most important step of setting up a food scraps recycling program is employee training. If possible, host a team meeting in person or virtually before your new food scraps containers are delivered to prepare employees for the transition. Make sure to inform them what can and cannot be put in each of the bins. Show them where bins and signage are placed. During the early stages of the program, regularly monitor the bins and point out when items are incorrectly placed. Once your program is established, regularly monitor the fullness and contents of your existing bins. If you notice that your landfill bins have food scraps or recyclable materials, you will want to make sure this material is diverted into the appropriate bin. If you notice that your bin is not getting full by the pickup day or days, you should consider reducing the number of pickups or size of your bin. If this all seems a bit overwhelming, don't worry. We're here to help. If you need any assistance with setting up your program, including employee training, give us a call at 760-435-5457. Email oceansidefoodscraps@wm.com or visit greenoceanside.org or wm.com. We also will provide a waste assessment and help right-size your business as part of the startup services. We also have a number of resources to help you, including signage and educational materials. We hope this video has been helpful for your business to set up its food scraps recycling program. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact us.